Okay, good morning everyone and welcome to the session Hardrock Requires a Strong Culture, ESG and Sustainable Begin in Mining. Today we will know some experiences and good practices around the world. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce my colleagues. The first one is Ga Guyen, is correct? Holds a Doctor of Engineering degree from RWTH Aachen, Germany, and a Master of Mining Management from HUMG. She has extensive experience in international collaboration, serving as the head of the international office at HUMG since 2020. Her research focuses on natural resources governance, sustainable development in the mining industry, and occupational health and safety management. Her active participation in professional associations such as the International Social Security Association and the Society of Mining Professors underscore her commitment to advancing mining management both in Vietnam and globally. Please, Na, welcome.
Thank you, Roberto, and good morning to you all. I'm so glad that I'm invited here and share with you something about the development of prevention culture in Southeast Asia. And this is also an opportunity to me to meet up with the colleagues and share the experience as well as to adapt the new one from you. So in this presentation, I will share with you the mining and its contribution to the sustainable development in Southeast Asia and the safety and prevention culture in these countries. I also would like to share with you the engagement of ESSA Mining and the Vision Zero in that context. And of course, in the new mining context, we are talking a lot about the huge needs and demands of the strategic minerals. So what can the ESSA Mining do to ensure the occupational safety and health, well-being for all in that new mining context? So nowadays, we see that the mining industry is engaged in every daily life of the people. And as my colleagues Helmut said, the mining industry started the supply chain. And in Southeast Asia, we have the Southeast Asia includes 10 countries in the Asian and one other country, new founded Timor-Leste. And in the Southeast Asia, we are very rich in mineral resources, not only coal, copper, nickel, tin, bauxite, rare earth. It's a strategic minerals nowadays, but also we are very rich in coal and precious stones, and limestone quarry are also very good resources for our development in the past and in the future. Type of mining in Southeast Asia is also very various, from large-scale mining to small one and artisanal, and of course the illegal, informal mining is also a problem in Myanmar or in Laos, in Vietnam. The contribution of the mining industry is not only in economic aspect, but also for the social development, like the employment rate or indirect employment. And mining not only destroy the environment, like people always said, or media always said, but also the contribution of mining is in the environmental protection through the CSR program, or nowadays they are talking a lot about ESG. It's also significant to the development of the region. And especially in limestone in Southeast Asia, we can say that the limestone industry is mostly in small scale, and the domestic operation is meeting the demand for the local market for cement, expressway, and low value. That's why the safety and prevention culture in Southeast Asian mining countries can be divided into several area. For example, before the 90s of the last century, most of the mines are in small scale and informal operation. The occupational safety and health standards were very limited, and accident and health issues were not fully reported in not only in the fatalities but also in occupational disease. And between the 90s and 2000, with the engagement of the international partnership and donor influence, the occupational safety and health standard in Vietnam as well as in Southeast Asia is increasing. However, the enforcement remains weak due to the less powerful sanctions, lack of funding, and inadequate training. ASEAN Asian Initiative focuses on the harmonized safety practice and sustainable mining since the year 2000 to 2010. And larger mining companies in Southeast Asia was established and began adopting international standard. Many training programs, PPE policies, and emergency response plan in medium and large operations were required at national standard in Southeast Asia. And besides of that, it's a technology improvement that helped the occupational safety and health conditions in this region improved. And since the year 2010 to now, in the new mining context, we have been talking a lot about the digital transformation and the industry 4.0 tools that help the sector to empower the real-time monitoring using drone inspection, geospatial mapping, and predictive maintenance to help reduce hazards, and the increasing of ESG pressure that help the operation to enhance the safety standard. Governments in Southeast Asia also are enhancing the legal frameworks, and the campaigns for women in mining, women's safety, mental health, and climate risk management are emerging focus areas. Of course, with the outbreak of the COVID-19, we see also many improvement in hygiene protocols and remote safety monitoring, as well as psychological mental health in focus of the mining company, as well as at the governmental level. Parallel with that procedure, we can see the safety and prevention culture in the Southeast Asian mining country. Before the 1990s, we observed the low prevention culture. So most of the mining company, as well as the authorities, they would react to incidents and fatal accidents more than prevent from it. And between the 90s and 2010s, the better awareness of occupational safety and health standard is increasing, but still in the reaction. But in the middle of the year 2000, 2010s, thanks to the better understanding of the investment in prevention and human access, the proactive in occupational safety and health and well-being was put into the focus in the safety management in these countries, and we see that the prevention culture is really a matter in the mining sector. However, it's not the same in any companies in the region. For example, in my observation in Vietnam, in the quarry mines, people work with bare foot, bare hand, less consideration about the safety or work under heat without any prevention, no shade in the working site, or some other hazard was not defined, or they ignore the hazards. Yeah, dust cannot be controlled, and the condition for the workers are still very limited in many small mines. And we see also in Southeast Asia, there are still 4 main causes of fatal accidents. That's still very high of the landslides, the soil movement in the quarries, uncontrolled explosion and fall from heights, as well as vehicle operation. In that development of the prevention culture, ESSA Mining and Vision Zero play a very significant role thanks to the organizing of many international conferences and workshops, not only in Vietnam, but also in other countries in the region, but really a lot in Vietnam. So in the region such as the Philippines or Indonesia or Thailand and Singapore, and also improving the train-the-trainer programs by organizing an activity in Berlin that attracted many participants. And then there, the Vision Zero, all of the protocol documents were shared to the trainers so that they can bring back to their home countries and working in the industry. For example, this is the implementation of Vision Zero in Vietnam by many activities like teaching in the college and university. I do not teach in the Hanoi University of Mining and Geology, but also in other colleges and vocational training programs in the whole country. We introduced about Vision Zero and the 7 golden rules in specific magazines and journals. And I implemented also in 2 coal mines in Vietnam and really improve the fatalities, control the fatalities, as well as other accidents in the mines. It proved that Vision Zero and the 7 golden rules can be implemented successfully, not only in Vietnam, but also in other countries of the region as well, because we share also same concept or same similar culture. What do we need in the new mining context? We ensure that everybody returns home safe and healthy every day. So to maintain that commitment, we should understand that when we have better safety, we have better value. And there are 2 simple rules for the miners working, that the SOS and TOP, when we maintain the sanitation, order, and safety, as well as we implement in improvement in the technology, and then organization and invest in the personal resources in the company, we will have better return. And for the next generation of mining engineers and managers, we need the people who do not understand the mining technology, but the extent of safety. Using AI for the safety management is very critical for the next step of the development of the sector. The managers and the engineers also need to understand that CSR or ESG can win the social license to operate, or the acceptance of the community for the mining. And how to communicate well with the community, make mining great again, for example, by very good practice showing to the community. So we need also the experience sharing and knowledge exchange. That's why we meet here. From the Vision Zero and 7 golden rule users, from the accredited trainers, still very little in the Southeast Asia region, especially less in the mining industry. We need the capacity building for local safety experts and trainers in the region and the engagement of ESSA mining in Southeast Asia. Just some takeaway that every accident is one too many and prevention must always come first. It's really a motto that when I teach to the university or students or the staff of the miners, I always said that prevention must always come first, and the employees is the priority. And I believe that when we invest in safety, Snow White and Seven Drop is not the last positive image of the mining industry. We still have very bright and beautiful images, contribution of the mining companies and mining sector to the development of the globe. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Inga. It's very interesting to know how the mining, specifically Vision Zero strategy, has contributed to sustainable and development in Southeast Asia, and congratulations for your leadership. The next speaker is Alex Cabrera. Alex is the CEO of Provensis, an AI-powered flexible occupational safety and health software. He's currently focused on developing the next generation of safety and health agent of a context-aware engine for the labor risk management. Additionally, he serves as the Secretary General for Spain's General Council of Industrial Relations and Labor Science. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you very much. And thank you also for permitting me to be able to transfer some of this information. So I'm going to speak about the future of AI and what is the impact for occupational safety and health. And this has a path, which is digitalization, because without digitalization, there is no artificial intelligence. Many of the companies think that they can go directly into AI, but AI is a subproduct of a lot of information. So in this case, as the International Labour Organization said, the AI and the digitalization will change fundamentally how we work. And when AI is designed effectively and implemented effectively, it will be doing a good job for us. And it could prevent occupational accidents and diseases and improve productivity. Nevertheless, this has to do with algorithmic information behind, which is real-time decision-making. So how do we use the power of technology and mathematics to actually be able to make changes and improve? So this is not something that is in the future. Today is a fact, because we see factories with cobots. And these cobots in this robot is called Digit. And they are already working with people within the same workspaces. So this is part of already what's happened. These cobots started just moving boxes, but now they can classify, package content, and do most of the things that people do. So the question is, how is the future going to look like? And the future, according to the International Monetary Fund and McKinsey studies, 40% of employment will be impacted by AI, meaning that we also, in some countries which are better prepared, Singapore, Denmark, the United States exposure, and advanced economies will be impacted by 60%. And in countries such as Chile, Colombia, which are emerging markets, 40%. But the reality is that half of this percentage will have a positive impact, and half of it will probably have a lower demand of work. Maybe all this monotonous and repetitive work will be impacted negatively or disappear. Low-income countries have a lower impact, but at the same time, we see that this report said that 60 to 70% of employees' work can be automated. And almost one third of the projects are taken by the CEOs and 17% by the board. So this is a very high level impact on how the projects are managed. With a net inflow of work of 78 million works due to this. And this is a big impact economically because we are looking at $13 trillion which is impacted by 2023, and only the generative AI is 4.4 trillion. So the part where is this type of ChatGPT things, products. But still we have the same risk, 44% inaccuracy as the main risk, apart from cyber security and all those things. But we see that companies are moving ahead. 71% of organizations already use at least in one function Gen AI. But the barriers are high because 76% answered that they have integration complexity problems and shortage of knowledge, which is even higher for our space, occupational safety and health. So we need three components. One is software to actually get in the information. The second is descriptive analytics, which is already existed today. And the third part is AI, which composes of two parts. One is AI-based efficiency tools, generative AI mostly, and risk assessment. This means that when we started working with mining in Vision Zero, contractors is a way to make companies more sustainable, basically helping them to improve. So this tool was developed for evaluation on how to make sure that these companies can have the corrective actions needed. So when they have the data, they can reinforce their organization to take informed decisions. And when that happens, when we have the information, what is the impact of what they are doing today? So we do not know how the preventive programs and the activities we do are going to impact the sustainability of the company. So we need to connect dots, and we need to make sure that the connection between the incidents and the accidents are connected to the activities we do. So this is why today there is concept that is going on with the context-aware engines, which actually are able to connect this information in relationships. So you can have contextualization of information to understand what is happening, who is trained, who is not trained, who is working with a certain type of job, etc. So this part is very interesting because when you start connecting things, you start getting these heat maps. And these heat maps are basically a way of understanding risk. So when, for instance, we do observations of analytics and where the accidents happen. So if we have more observations in one place and we have accidents in the same place, what does it mean? It means that we are observing things, but the wrong things, because if accidents occur where you're observing the work, then you're not having a good impact. So we made this study where we use these advanced analytics. On one side, we have observations, and on the other side, we have all the accidents happening in the time. So we see that we are observing protective equipment, personal protective equipment, PPE, and on the other side, we have other kind of incidents. And this means that basically we are observing one thing and something else is happening. So how do we connect? This company fundamentally changed how they did observations, when they did it, and what kind of activities were observed. So this is a way to make companies more sustainable and to make sure that money is well spent. So I'm going to present to you something that we're working with as well today with ISSA Mining and Helmut Hennes. In this case, Previn. It's a tool that can help you to understand. It's an agent. Basically, it has the library of the Digital Zero library, which you can ask anything to the Vision Zero documentation and tools, and you can select from this knowledge-based information, and it will give you a specific information. It can only also create risk matrices, because companies do not have as much money to spend on creating, on improving their risk matrices. So you enter the activity you want to do, and it will perform a search in this risk matrix. It will not go to the internet. There are matrices created already from the beginning, and you will be able to obtain that from the a certain database, knowledge database, and you can improve that through time, as well as you can export that to Excel and work with it. So it can be a way of actually using matrices at workplace. Also taking pictures at workplace and trying to understand which are the hazards, the risks, and the controls. Those are things that can help people to better work. So these are tools that have been developed in order to be able to manage better risk. We also are working with a WhatsApp-based application. This is already in production. And basically, workers that do not know about occupational safety and health can talk to the bot in the WhatsApp, and the same bot will understand, it will classify, it will describe, and it will do the report. You can take pictures and do many voices, etc. You can add everything into your report, and it will make the report for you. And it will put it up in the system, and it will send emails to the people that are the transcription that are a part of the occupational supervision. So these are different type of tools, and this is the future of visualization of information. So basically, how to analyze risk in different workplaces. So this is a simulator that can make sure that managers can see where the largest risks are based on the context-aware engine. And this is basically, behind is the context-aware engine mathematics, and you can basically construct your own site, mine site, or other sites in order to be able to understand better the data. So, but there is one thing that AI cannot do, and I will mention that soon. And we need to think about risk management, continuous prevention, so the engine, decision-making, how to see the data, and automation, which of the processes will be changed by AI. And as I mentioned, there's one thing that AI cannot do, and is give a good hug. So if anyone has any questions later, just contacts for the different tools we have. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex, for your presentation. It was very, very interesting. We were able to see how the digital transformation and AI is growing for preventing risk and to create more well-being, productivity, and value. Okay, the next speaker is Belisario Perez. Belisario is Master in Science in Mining Safety and Health and Chemical Engineer, graduated from National University of Engineering in Peru, with over 30 years of experience in accident prevention and risk management in mining, metallurgical projects and operations, as well as the oil and natural gas industry, currently corporate manager of safety and occupational health at Minsur, a Peruvian mining company with 7 mines assessed. Also professor at the Postgraduate School of the Faculty of Geological, Mining and Metallurgical Engineering, member of Society of Mining Professors, and winner of the National Mining Award 2019. Welcome, Belisario.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Helmut. Thank you, all Vision Zero colleagues. It's a pleasure to meet with you in this long distance from Peru, but we are very interested to meet with all of them. I appreciate all collaboration. I appreciate all insight you provide to me in order to push, in order to promote Vision Zero, not only in my company, also in Peru, no? Focus in the mining industry. Okay, I want to share with our experience regarding Vision Zero to the process of implementation, also my story in order to involve it in this process. No? Please, next. Let me do. Okay, I will cover 3 topics. Okay, one is about this process of Vision Zero. What it means for me. What is the process of implementation or key aspect in the process to implementation of this Vision Zero strategic and 7 golden rules in our safety management system? Okay, what is the result or incomes or performance up to now regarding to this process? No? What is our expectation in the future about the Vision Zero in our company, also in our society, not only in the mining industry. Also, I am a professor of the university in the faculty of the mining, geological and metallurgy. I involved all this kind of the student regarding this important aspect regarding safety. When we talk about the Vision Zero, I use this person. Vision Zero is not. Some people say Vision Zero is war with DuPont. To me, no. To me, Vision Zero is not war. Probably this was this objective, but the first word stamped in the history about the Vision Zero was given by Klaus Timbal. Klaus Timbal was the former director of safety road in Sweden. Sweden, in the 19th, Sweden was happening a major traffic accident involved in the community. The media was put this situation in all of the public. The idea was this at this moment the Parliament of the Sweden was called to the transportation department in order to explain what is happened, why people, one family was dead in one traffic accident. That traffic accident was grabbed with the television at this moment in color. People was look the blood in this about this. That was very concerned aspect, and that's in this moment when Klaus go to the Parliament of Sweden, he was saying 0 fatalities in traffic accident is possible. That was the key. The key word he put in this Parliament. Saving human life has to be the priority above all else. That was to me my scare to different. We can do, if we can do that in the traffic, we can do it in our mining operation. That is Klaus Timbal. The another key aspect, you know, now Vision Zero in traffic accident is around the world. Every country, every state, every city is involved in order to improve safety, traffic safety, in order to achieve Vision Zero in traffic accidents. And the another key aspect is about this global plan. They have 2 global plans in order to eliminate, in order to reduce fatality accident in the road. When we start to want to improve some safety in one mining company or one company, you need to identify what is the opportunity to change. Usually, when you go to one company as this Minsur mining company, when I was joined to Minsur mining company, it's a Peruvian mining company with 5 mining assets, smelter, underground, open pit, okay, 5 in Peru and 2 in Brazil. 15 years ago, when I joined the company, we have in average every year 2 fatalities every year, okay? And no year without fatalities. Also, more of 100 lost time accidents. Entonces, when we start to change this company, we need to make a strategic plan. To me, the reference about the one strategic plan in order to improve safety with all areas, included culture, is global plan for decade, action for road safety. Now it's in the second version, but that was the first version I was used in order to adequate this strategic plan to my company. But I don't need only the strategic plan. I don't need only system. I need a flag to mobilize all workers, all the leaders of my company. I need this flag. Understand this flag or this? You say this standard. In order to that was to me Vision Zero. Vision Zero to me was the standard or the flag or the south star in order to go in order to guide our company. Next. I follow up this whole process. We, as Minsur, we join here in the middle of this year. Here we join to Vision. We start implement Vision Zero in Peru. We follow up the whole process. Okay. But another aspect to me is when I was reviewed for first time is in the middle of the 2012. This document, I know first time to Helmut, not presentially, was only for paper, for documents. He said, we can make mining sustainability safer, but we need a successful strategy. That is right. If you don't have a strategy in order to fix it, in order to improve safety, you can put the only effort, but you cannot achieve the zero fatalities. The strategy is one big important point. A high potential lies in vision. That's right. The high potential is in Vision Zero. The other is Vision Zero is a prevention strategy for a safe future without fatal and serious occupational disease, work accident, and traffic accident. That was, to me, the best time I was know about the Vision Zero in mining. Oh, but not only I look Vision Zero in mining, I look what is happening in the world, what is the best practices in the world, what kind of the tool I can incorporate in my company, in Minsur. I was follow up National Mining Association. They have a very important safety aspect in order to eliminate fatalities. I follow up Cernajamin, is the entity from Chile to promote the prevention of fatality in the mining industry. I follow up BHP Billiton. I remember I was involved in this process of the Fatal Risk Control Protocol. I was working in Chile. I am a Peruvian, but I working 10 years in Chile in different mining companies. The high level, BHP Billiton, Codelco, Rio Tinto, Anglo America. But also, we follow up ICMM, International Council Mining and Metal. That is also Core Safety, EMCHA, ICMM, Mineral Council of Australia, Consejo Minero, la Mutual de Seguridad y Salud is a permanent supporting to us in Division Zero, okay? But also I follow up some leaders in order to improve safety. Okay. Our safety management systems have four pillars. One is risk management, one is leadership, second is risk management, three is culture, and four is health and wellness. Okay, this is key. But in the center of this is in the core of this is Vision Zero to me. Vision Zero really to me is the aspect, is the flag, is the element to put in the right state in order to follow up all our organizations. We are follow up. Our system also have this kind of standard, EMCHA, NFPA, Coopermark, that kind of the entities to follow up. This is Our safety management system also is involved in Peru side, also in Brazil side. We produce tin, copper, gold, okay, and zinc. We produce underground, also I mentioned, open pit on smelter installation. We have around 15 employees now, but when we started Vision Zero, okay, 15 years ago, okay, we have the middle of this kind of the employees. Now we are. But also our system have some elements. We have 20 elements. By example, our one element is about the top critical risk. What is the top critical risk, Belisario? The top 10 critical risks. That is activities with the potential of generate multiple fatalities or catastrophic events. We need to focus in this kind of activities in order to prevent. If this is prevent, in order to mitigate, we identify through a bow-tie methodology the control, the prevention control action, also the mitigation control action. And we are focused in road safety. 2.5 is very important, the road safety, not only in the inside of the operation, but also outside, because we transporting a long distance of our concentrate. Also, we transporting our worker daily, a lot amount of the employees every day, or contractor. We need to give the more safety for these people. That is our key aspect. We are working in human error and self-care, life-saving rules, right to refuse work. We implement a recognition program, okay, a reward program, in order to promote safety. But also, our system is, as mentioned, is incorporate the 7 golden rules. All of these requirements for every golden rule is incorporated in different of our elements. Okay, that is the 10 catastrophic or multiple fatalities risk. We focus in this. We pay attention every day in all levels of our company. That is our story. As mentioned, in the year 228, we have 2 fatalities. In 2009, 6 fatalities. In 2010, 4 fatalities. In 2011, 3 fatalities. In 2012, we have 3 fatalities. In this moment, here, I was joined to the company, here, okay, with Vision Zero, in order to push, in order to implement our Peruvian safety system, but following the best practices of the major mining companies to adequate in our culture, but also to incorporate safety, the Vision Zero strategic 7 golden rules. What happened in the next year? Next year, first time in the history of this mining company, we have 0 fatalities. But when I was joined here, also all members of the board, or the head of the manager of the company was a new people. These new people was hired me, was called me, because some of them was working with me in international mining companies. Okay, they said, come here. We can accept it to work with one company with 2 fatalities every year. On 100 lost time or serious injuries every year. That was unacceptable for this kind of the employees. The next year, 2014, 1 fatality. The second year with the company, 2 fatalities. But 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, we are continuous 0 fatalities. 0 es posible fatalities. But also in the 2023, we have 1 fatality in one of our underground mining with manipulation of explosive. One of the contractor employees was dead. That was a very critical situation for us, but we continue to work in order to keep this good track record. As mentioned, in the first year, we have 190 injuries person. Or now, the last year, 21 injuries person. Small lesion, no serious injuries. First time, zero serious injuries. Okay, but look, the man hour was duplicated. The man hour here, 20 million man hour worked, and the now less was 36. We duplicate and we reduce significantly around the 90% of our injuries frequency rate, also our high potential incident. We won the all safety reward in Peru, also in Latin America. We received recognition, external recognition for our performance in safety. That is another. One key aspect for a company is to management the high potential, but also about the traffic accident. Here in the second line is traffic accident. 176, more of 50% was traffic accident. We measured inside or outside. That was also another successful. We reduced 90% of the traffic accident related to high potential in our company. We increased significantly. But okay, that is we are member of the ICMM. The ICMM, we are in the top 10 performance. Last year we have the first position in our performance inside of the mining belong to the ICMM. Minsur was the first company in the position. Okay, we are promote a kind of the activities. The first is the strategic plan. My first strategic plan was developed. Okay. Also, we motivate permanently. We have every year a meeting with Vision Zero with key managers of my company. We have a reward system. Okay. We are keep in order to be active permanently in safety with all our employees, not only high level, also in the worker employees, including contractor, including transportation people outside of the company. Okay, that is thanks Helmut, because you inspired me in order to go in this way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Belisario, for your presentation. Definitely, the Vision Zero is real and possible. And congratulations for a great job in Peru and mining industry. The last speaker, now I will introduce myself. I'm a doctor in medicine. I have a master's degree in labor risk prevention and a specialty in industrial hygiene from Universidad Politécnica Catalunya in Barcelona, Spain. And I have an MBA from Universidad de Murcia, Spain. And currently, I'm a corporate occupational health and safety manager at Progreso. Okay. Good morning again. It's a pleasure and honor to be here with you and to share our experience in Vision Zero in Progreso. We are a 100 Guatemalan company established in 1899 in Guatemala. We have this year celebrate our 125 years old. Guatemala is the largest country in Central America and located just to Mexico. In Progreso, we have a culture built since foundation in the company. We were lucky enough to our founder, Carlos Novela, was a visionary, not only in the entrepreneurial aspect, but also in the social and environmental aspect. Our facilities in 8 countries, the list: Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and Dominican Republic, include 7 cement plants, 38 ready-mix concrete plants, 1 lime plant, 1 plant that produces paper bag, 2 pulverized or mortar plants, and 11 aggregate plants. Our strategy regarding OH&S takes us first to achieve and meet the commitment with the board of directors, top management, both the supervisors, and every operational staff. And we don't stop when meeting the commitment. We continue with setting an example with each employee during every visit to the different facilities. This means we lead with the example, allowing us to show a genuine interest in the health and safety of every employee. Genuine leadership is essential to transform a reactive culture into a preventive one. So, as the old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I would like to share with you a video that summarizes several years of the collaborative work with board member and CEO when tackling prevention in occupational health and safety towards in Vision Zero strategy.
El año 2019, una vez más, como ya ha sido parte de del ADN y de la cultura del grupo, hemos firmado una vez más nuestro compromiso de cero accidentes. Creo que es algo sobre el cual tenemos que retomar, seguir trabajando, seguir manejando ese liderazgo que nos ha caracterizado y, por sobre todo, asegurar que todas nuestras operaciones estén seguras.
Compromiso cero accidentes es un compromiso de todos, de toda la organización, de toda la corporación. De parte de la Junta Directiva es vital el haber participado en la firma porque estamos dando el mensaje de que para nosotros son importantes todos los colaboradores.
Quisimos hacerlo de una manera original a través de una renovación electrónica para que todos los que estaban presentes también vieran su nombre reflejado en la pantalla, donde ellos asumían el mismo compromiso y el compromiso de cascadearlo al resto de la organización. Así que es uno de los aspectos más hermosos de nuestra cultura, el eje de bienestar y regresar a nuestros hogares mejores de como vinimos. Bueno, hoy tuvimos el lanzamiento de nuestras metas 2020 como parte de nuestra cultura y también tuvimos la rendición de cuentas sobre las metas del año 2019. Vamos por esas metas con entusiasmo y utilicemos nuestra cultura como la base de la forma como queremos llegar a alcanzar esas metas. El siguiente evento que vamos a tener es una de las formas como nosotros vivimos nuestro eje de bienestar. Es la firma pública del compromiso mío, de los directores y de mi equipo de trabajo con la visión cero accidentes. Durante el año 2020, muchos de ustedes y de sus operaciones alcanzaron récords históricos en días continuos sin incidentes. Va una enorme felicitación para todos ustedes que son ejemplo de cómo se vive el eje de bienestar. En especial, quisiera resaltar algo que no había ocurrido antes, y es el hecho de haber tenido un mes continuo sin que nuestra flota sufriera un solo incidente con pérdida monetaria. Nunca habíamos tenido un mes y lo alcanzamos en el mes de diciembre. Felicitaciones a todo el equipo de flota por motivar a nuestros transportistas a que vivan también ese eje de bienestar. Así que acompáñenme a la firma de este evento y ratifiquemos nuestra visión con cero accidentes. Estamos en Finca La Pedrera, en el lanzamiento de metas de progreso para ratificar nuestro compromiso de cero accidentes en el eje de bienestar que forma parte de nuestra cultura y de nuestra agenda de liderazgo. Con el eje de cero accidentes pretendemos tener una mínima tolerancia a los actos inseguros, demostrar en todo momento la máxima atención al trabajo que estamos haciendo y finalmente, y no por ello menos importante, cumplir con nuestras 5 reglas cardinales de salud y seguridad ocupacional. Te invito a que vivas nuestra cultura y que vivas nuestro eje de bienestar a través de cumplir con nuestra visión de cero accidentes. Para Progreso, para la Junta Directiva de Progreso, para mi persona como CEO y para mi comité ejecutivo, es muy importante la firma pública del compromiso de 0 accidentes. Porque al hacerlo de manera pública estamos empeñando nuestra palabra y nuestra reputación de que haremos todo lo posible porque todos los miembros de la familia Progreso vivamos nuestro eje de bienestar fielmente.
Y recordemos que la seguridad es algo extraño porque no tiene memoria. No importa que hasta el día de hoy haya tenido un récord perfecto y un desempeño ejemplar. Si hoy me distraigo, tengo prisa, estoy frustrado o tengo complacencia, puedo tener un incidente.
Nosotros tenemos que entender que esto que hoy hicimos no tiene que ver con una meta, no tiene que ver con un compromiso, tiene que ver con personas. Las personas son el centro de nuestra atención. Las personas es lo que debemos cuidar más. Nosotros nos debemos cuidar y cada uno de ustedes también.
What we achieved. We went from a frequency rate of 14.8 on 2000 to an index of 2.4 on 2003. We were the increases due to the consideration of incidents with contractor, visitor, and third parties, starting from the next year. Since 2006, we have had a constant decreases that has taken us to a lost time injury frequency rate of 0.49, and 2004, and lost time injury severity rates of 11 based on every million hours work. In Progreso, we say that profit is not the objective, but the result. The result of all of our responsibilities being discharged with excellence. We have measured it. There is a clear correlation between operational efficiency and safety. There is also a clear correlation between safety and job satisfaction. Of course, I believe there is more than a correlation. There is a causality that creates a virtuous circle where safety pays in more than financial terms, which are always welcome. We believe and we are sure the Vision Zero is real and possible because our commitment is Vision Zero. And finally, if we want to achieve Vision Zero, we should have passion, time, and effort. And don't forget, it's a process. Thank you very much. Okay, my friend, just in time. Thank you very much for coming with us, and have a good day and enjoy the Congress.